Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, Coast to Coast.
Hello.
And we have a very fine band in the studio with us. They are called Very Emergency. We have a direct link to their website if you go to bobandtom.com.
Well, we have a direct link to them.
We also have...
they're right there.
They're in the room.
Yeah, there they are.
They're right there.
That's
And you
very
know
nice.
who's on the phone? All I want to be is
By
your side.
Oh, Peter?
Hello.
Hiya, Petey.
Hi, what's going on, man?
Hey, Peter. How are you, sir?
Party.
Peter, where are you?
I'm in Verona, New York. Actually, I'm in Syracuse at the moment, nearby where we played last night.
Okay. That's the voice, of course, of Peter Frampton. And Peter, we had...
The new Bob and Tom correspondent.
That's what I was just going to say.
correct.
If it's Tuesday, we're talking to Peter.
I love
right.
talking to Peter. And Peter, we have the band Very Emergency here, and I know that they had the opportunity to record a couple songs at your house.
It's all lies. They've never been there. I don't know who they are.
That's what I thought.
And why don't you tell the story? You heard their version of the great song "I'm in You."
Yes. Well, it sort of goes back years, but I won't do that to you guys. It all started with my dear friend and working partner for many years, even though we hadn't worked together for a while, Mr. Chris Kimsey, the engineer-producer who worked with me on my first solo record, and we must have done like 8 albums at least together,
Right.
including Frampton Comes Alive. So, he just we made contact, and he through all the new MySpace and everything, and he said, "Hey, I'd just like to send you this track," and so he sent me the demo of Very Emergency's "I'm in You," and I didn't know what song it was. No,
Really?
no, it's such a cool, different version.
Yeah.
My wife came in as I was listening to it and said, "Wow, this is cool," and then she didn't realize when the chorus came, of course, it's "I'm in You." So it's just a very inventive version, and I was just instantly thought it was great. And then I said, "Oh, great, Chris." Well, so he said, "I'm producing this band," and so we had this conversation. And then he said, "You have a studio, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, they're from Kentucky, just down the road from you. How about we complete the circle, and what do you think about them cutting a track?" And of course, it ended up being "I'm in You" at my house. So it was just it's one of those great stories.
But didn't you play and sing on it also?
Yeah, absolutely. So when they arrived, they twisted my arm and not a lot because, I'm a whore for guitar. So,
Right.
Yeah.
and then they put me in front of a microphone, so I played some guitar, which was great, and I really enjoyed doing it. They thought it was okay, so we kept it.
Cool.
And then they put me in front of a mic, and I sang along. So and in the sort of pre-chorus part. So yeah, very cool.
That's the voice, of course, of Peter Frampton. And we're going to be hearing from Very Emergency again in just a second. Are you
They are good. They are good.
Breaker.
there was a little static. Are you still there, Peter?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Do you have time for a couple more questions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very good. They've been playing. We've done 2 dates together, and they've been wowing the crowds already. So it's been phenomenal.
Peter, what's your recording status these days? What are you doing?
Well, because of Very Emergency putting me and Chris back in contact, basically.
Peter, it's always a tremendous pleasure to speak with you, and thanks for introducing us to Very Emergency.
You guys are the best. And thanks so much for giving Very Emergency this platform, because it's such a huge show you have, and everybody loves you. And so this is wonderful for them, and they really appreciate it, and so do I.